part one of week 5. Part one of week 5 was expressing, as around here we're all used to Jaji, Dega, them terms. But we got introduced to terms such as when you're introducing someone of your family or to a crowd or group, kind of like a formal greeting, basically. And them terms, we was expressed of such as he anch, he uni, he koroke, them terms, so on and so forth. If you have probably missed part 1, you can always go back and find the recording. I'm assuming it's on the Ho-Chunk Renaissance Facebook page. I'm gonna try to hide my face on that. However, all right, without further ado, we're gonna go into part 2. We'll try that again. All right, well, here we are, part 2. I believe we had made mention of this already. The homakini in part 1. We'll talk about it again. That's how we say that there, to visit homakini. And I think Mr. DC, he was he probably, I think, are you familiar with this term, this verb, DC?
Familiar enough.
You're familiar now? Yeah, and when I want to make mention, when we put na on the end, na right here, these are all ending vowels. As you see, I and E. So when you put na on the end, it describes, it already happened. I visited. We visited. You all visited, so on and so forth. Okay. And so only difference is, you see with the first persons is that it has a long nasal A. Homakini. Okay, homakini. You're gonna have that in that nasal, and you're gonna kind of like slang it out. Homakini. So if I were to say, I visited my father, we have the example down here, but I'll use it for each and every one. Kind of something different compared to part 1. I'll say it slow and steady. He anch hada homakinina, which was true. I actually did visit my father during my lunchtime. I saw he anch hada homakinina. He anch hada homakinina. I visited my father. Okay, we'll go on here to the next one, first person plural. I use another parent. He uni. Okay. Anybody tell me what he uni is?
Mother.
Yep, mother. And so then I'm going to use hada along with that, my mother. So I'm going to say homakini, or he uni hada homakini wina. What does that translate to, DC? We'll pick on you in a good way.
We visited my mother.
Correct. Yep. We visited my mother. And if I were to say you visited my grandfather, how would we say that, DC?
Hichoka homanakinina.
Close.
Oh, hichoka hada.
Yeah, hichoke. Yeah, hichoke hada. Yeah. Homanakinina. Correct. As we keep going, how would we say you visited my grandmother? We'll try hirokana.
You visited my grandmother. Ikroke hara homakinina.
All right. I think on that portion, I might probably not have said it, but I meant to say, we you all. So how would we say you all? You visit,
Oh,
you all visit my grandmother.
Ikroke hara homa nakini wina.
Correct. Yep. Now let's keep going. We'll have Haga rave. How would you say he visited my nephew? He visited my nephew.
Ichushke hara homakinina.
Correct. Yep. He visited and that could mean he, she, or it. I don't know, whatever it would be, but he or she visited my nephew. Yep. And as we continue on to finish out, we'll try another apprentice to help us out. Ni Hamani, how would we say they visited? They visited my niece.
He chujang hara homakinina. They visited.
Yep, they visited my niece.
He chujang hara homakinina.
Yep. Good one. Yep. Everybody said it perfect all the way through. And all those exact same questions. Okay, I mean those exact same statements. You can turn them into questions. You just take off the na all the way through, and then you add the question mark. Okay. I guess you could say, did I visit my nephew? I guess you could say, you know, did we visit my mother? And the main one you can say, did you visit my I think we said for this one, grandfather. You know, so like I believe that was DC that said this one. So like you could say, he choke hara homanakini. You know, when you ask a question, your voice is gonna raise up. So on and so forth, all that was said with this, you just take off the none and then you throw the question mark. So again, the language is pretty detailed in every way possible. So many ways to say something. All right, we'll continue on. Times of day. Again, like I said, maybe you visited somebody today, this morning, last night, yesterday. Like I said, past tense, it took place. As we continue on, we practice our reading. Okay. We'll ask and pick on in a good way. Kayla Rose. See Chant Iwinga. How do we say today in Hoit'e?
Hump day.
Correct. Hump day. As we continue on, we'll ask hey Knick, how do we say this morning?
Oh, can you guys hear me now? Oh, I said, what was it this morning? Haini Day.
Correct. Yep. Hainite. In other terms, people will say that one as Hainine or Hainine. But I've heard it as Hainine. As we continue on, DC, how do we say last night?
Ahere.
Correct. Hoit'e. And so on and so forth. We'll continue on. Yesterday, we'll ask Hoit'e Gushke.
Janane.
Correct. Yep. And a lot of times, I know that one can be pretty hard for people to say. I know there's a lot of beginning speakers, and as we get going, like, you know, you progress to speaking, it kind of becomes easier to say. But a lot of beginning speakers, you hear them have a hard time with that. Janane. You know, the X and the J together. All right, so we'll continue on. Like I said, these are the past tense times, kind of more so common when people tend to use. Of course, you're probably thinking, well, on the other side of learners, you're probably thinking, how do we say last month, last week? There's a lot of ways to say those too. And but we're keeping it simple, simplicity. All right, we'll continue on, we'll keep going. And so, like I said, Maybe, like I said before in the prior slide, maybe you visited someone yesterday, last night, so on and so forth. Okay, you're gonna keep it simple, continue on. You always put your time first, okay? Sometimes, sometimes there'll be other things with it, but we want to keep our focus simple. Right here, time first. So you, in this preference, you got your time, and then this more so right here would be your subject. Who or what you're talking about right here. And then you have your verb, and then you have your ending. All right, so we'll continue on. If you could think of a family member you visited yesterday, okay, you visited yesterday. Let's be for real. So I'll go first. I'll give it a try. An example. Hisunk Kshanane Hisunkara Homakinina. And that was actually supposed to be a long nasal A, excuse us there. Kshanane Hisunkara Homakinina. Okay. So on my side, we'll go to my side. We'll go towards Haga.
Janane hikaroke hara homa kinina.
I pin. We know Gushke. We'll try that again. We know Gushke.
Jago?
Who you
Okay.
visited yesterday?
Okay, Shanani Hichiro Hara Homankinina.
I pin. DC.
Janane Hichui Hara Homanakinina.
Close. Good try. Homakini. Homakini. We'll give you a-
Homakinina.
Yep. One more try. The whole thing, DC.
Janane Hichui Hara Homakinina.
All right. Good one. I pin. We Pamakere. All right, welcome back to our Hey Knick. As it says in my end here, the drum lineup.
Janane Hisunkara Homakinina.
All right, Hey Pin. Again, as it says in my end, Catherine LaRose, Kichantiwi.
Janane Ichito. Wait, no. I'll just do Janane. Ichunshke Hara Homakinina.
Hi Pin. Hi Pin. All right, next on my side, it has Hiru Kana.
Janane Hichoke Hara Homakinina.
Close, close, close. Your tone of voice. Remember, your voice is supposed to
Oh,
be
it raised.
ordinary.
Janane Hichoke Hara Homakinina.
All right, Hi Pin. Last but not least, Nia Money.
Janane Hichankara Homakinina.
All right, Hi P, Hi P. Each and every one of you, I almost thought about. There's like a Homanakini, who did you visit? But I kind of have to stick to the course here. All right, we'll keep going here. We have today, even though it's already past, it happened earlier, not so far earlier like yesterday, but it happened today. It's still a past tense. So we got hump day, okay. So for an example, like I said, a statement, I did visit my dad earlier, my father, so hump day, he anchara homakinina. All right, so on my side again, maybe someone visited the same person again today. Maybe someone different. So Haga, rave, Nesh une.
Hoit'e hi'uni hara homa kinina.
Hai pin. Wida kushke.
I'll go.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. Hoit'e Session hara homa kinina.
Your mic's off.
Can't hear.
Someone unmuted me. I mean, someone muted me. I don't know what happened there. All right, DC.
Hoit'e Hiachara Homa Kinina.
All right, hi pig. Good boy. On my end here, we pamakere. All right, we'll go back. Hey, Knick.
Hoit'e hi'uni hara homa kinina.
All right, hi pin, visited her mother. All right, si chant iwi.
Okay, Hoit'e Hiachara homa kinina.
All right, she said she visited her
George.
father. Okay, Hirukana.
Hoit'e Session hara homa kinina.
All right, hi pin, said he visited little brother. All right, ni hamani.
De'e Hiachara homa kinina.
All right, she said she visited her father again. All right, awesome. I'll try to pay me all the way through. Good voice, good tune. Correct. And skill watch now. All right, we're gonna go on here to the next
These
portion
days and
of
get
the
something?
class. I'm sorry. Did somebody say something?
You forgot we pamakere.
I went back to her twice, and I went to her twice, and
I was gone for a while.
okay. We can go back to the slide. Who did you visit today? We'll go with the one yesterday. Who did you visit yesterday?
Which one? Janane hi'uni hara homa kinina.
And then today.
Hoit'e hi'uni hara homa kinina.
All right, visited her mother. All right, hi ping. So again, we have our there's originally 6 question starters, but out of those 6, there's a lot of them that have a common connection with the second person. Like I said before, a lot of times you're always going to use second person, third person plural when you're asking a question. Here's a common one. Pejega omanakini. If you puzzle those together, what does that translate to? Anybody?
Who did you visit?
Yeah, who did you visit? Okay, and pejega omanakini. All of these would be past tense. I mean, it doesn't really specify like yesterday, way back there. It could just talk about an hour ago or so on and so forth. However, second ago. How do we say, when did you visit?
Go ahead, DC.
Jajane Homa Nakini.
Correct. Yes. And another one, how do we say, where did you visit?
Hachinja homana kini.
Correct. And here's a mean question. How do we say, why did you visit?
Jagu Homakini, Homanakini.
Correct. Correct. So a lot of these is, you know, like I said before, is, there's more question starters, but these are the main common ones we're gonna use, or we use with second person on the third person plural. Okay. So I'd like to check in with, the students. How we doing so far? We good?
I
All right. As we continue on. Okay, examples. We have some examples here. And the weather's kind of going up. My phone just hit 52 degrees, so I'm trying to get comfortable here. All right, I visited my mother this morning. As you see, we have this morning, like I said, your time goes first. And who can read that to me? It's always good to practice on the reading. So how do we say that?
Hoit'e hara homakinina.
Correct. Yes. Good job. Okay, we got number 2. We'll ask Haga. How do we say, when did you visit your uncle?
Jajana hidek raga homanakini.
Correct. All right, good job. As we keep going, how do we say, who did you all visit?
Can't hear you, Tony.
I believe that was Kayla Rose. I was trying to make an attempt there.
Peje ka Homanakini, we.
Correct. Correct. All right, last but not least, how do we say that? All right, we got someone.
Ejeka, Homana, wait, Homana, Kini.
Correct. All right, awesome. You know, each and every one of you did an awesome job. And that is class. No, I'm just joking. I believe we have someone here, Selena. Selena, am I saying your name right? I'm not sure what happened there. Huh. Well, without further ado, we'll keep going. Looks to be no questions bar. We'll keep going. Okay, like I said, you know, we usually try a little challenge with ourselves, challenge ourselves a little bit. And I'll have Haga read number 1. Haga, this is how it looks on my end. Haga, how do we say number 1?
Hisuk hara homakinina.
Correct.
I visited my little brother.
You kind of want to heard me. I was gonna say class. What did he say? But good try, good try. But I'm sure class, that's what you got in your mind. I would assume. Number 2, how do we say that? Widagushke.
Homanakini, we.
Class, what do you think that says?
You all visited.
You all visited,
you
or
all-
did you all visited?
Did you all visit? Sorry.
But I think you all visited would be a statement. So yeah, good correction. Did you all visit? Number 3. DC.
Hachija hichoke raga homanakini.
All right, class, what did he say? Yague.
Where did you visit Choka?
Your
Close. We
Where did
have
you visit your
Hidalgo.
choka?
Where did you visit your Choka?
Correct. When did you visit your grandfather or someone say choka.
Choka. Choke.
Okay, as we keep going, on my end here, we pamakere. How do we say number 4?
Go. Hang on. Go ke wahara homa kinina.
All right, awesome. Class, what did she say? Jague?
She visited her parents.
Close. Let's look at that second A.
I visit.
Correct. Correct. I visited my parents. And with looking at that, we have parents. And I believe that H might be okay wahara womakinina. But we try to keep it simple for a lot of our beginning speakers. This is a beginning course. Sometime along the way, when that subject is plural, that H would drop out and turn a W. But let's keep it simple. We'll keep going here. I just want to make mention of that as you'll kind of notice a lot of variations of the language. All right, on my end here, Kayla Rose. How do we say number 5? You're on, I believe you're on mute on your own side.
Haini de e hinu hara homakinina.
Close again with the voice. And make it stand and it kind of goes.
Oh, haini de e hinu hara homakinina.
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 All right, good one. All right, class, what did she say?
I visited my older sister today.
Today,
This morning.
Yep, this morning.
Oh, this morning.
All right. Last but not least, Irukana.
Jajane hikaroke raga homa kini hide. When in the past,
Homakini hide.
homa kini hide. Jajane hikaroke raga homa kini hide. When in the past did they visit your grandmother?
Correct. Yep. So a lot of this, like I said, you kind of gotta be careful either with the hada, or sometimes when we can't read it, we hear when homakini or homakini is a difference. There you hear when it's not visual, but when you're hearing a conversation with somebody, you'll see that and you'll hear that. And then you got raga and then wahada. So as speakers, and then we got sometimes the ne, jajane, you know, in the past that it happened before. It took place already. All right, as we continue on, we'll keep going here in this portion part of the class. All right, as we do the speaking session, like I was saying, I was thinking about this one here earlier. We guys are talking about who you visited yesterday versus today. And here we are. So I'm going to ask each and every one of you who you visited. It says here, who you already visited. Basically, there's no time there. So it's just a simple who you visited. All right. Let's read the first one. How do we say that first one? First person. Haga.
The person one, Hoit'e Session homana kini.
Correct. Correct. And each of you will reply with again, who were you visited? You can just pick a random family member if you want. And as a matter of fact, that come to me, instead of me asking you, I'll pick who you're gonna ask. So Haga, go ahead and ask Buddha Gushke. Vice versa,
Okay.
Buddha Gushke, you'll ask Haga.
Hoit'e Session homana kini.
Hisung hara homankinina. Nishke hamte e pejega homankinin.
Hichoke hara homana kini na.
All right, correct. Yep, Homa Kinina. All right. DC and Republic. DC, your first one.
Habde e pejega homanakini.
He hara homa kinina. Ishke hamte e pejika. Homana kini.
Hiant hara homakinina.
All right, correct. I believe I'm getting echoed around me somewhere. And so,
Kathy, sorry. Kathy, can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just the echoing noise.
all right, check 1, 2. Okay. So once again, like I was saying, you know, this could be, you know, maybe you visited anybody, and it doesn't, you know, like I said, but we got Hamte Pejega Homanakini. So as we continue on, we got I believe Hakenik is elsewhere. So we got Kayla Rose and Hiro Kana. The floor is yours.
Hamte e pejika homana kini.
Isuk hara homa kinina. Nishke hamte e pejega homa nakini.
Ach hara homa kinina.
Jegun.
All right, correct. Everyone did an awesome job so far. Again, we got Neomani and Hagare. Haga, if you can help out, Neomani, please.
Yeah.
Hamde e pejega homana kini.
Hikeroke hara homa kinina. Nishke hamte e pejega homana kini.
Hichunk hara homa kinina.
All right, correct. Everyone did an awesome job. Perfect, all the way we're on. Their way and the way out. All right, we'll keep going. So once again, in this portion part, we have the next 2 slides are Hoit'e and Hinogi. Formal kinship chart. All right, without further ado, we'll get to it. Okay, Kayla Rose. Mute, Shuran, OPG.
I don't see it on mute. It's not on mute.
Kata, all right. Head skin.
Okay. I'm good now.
Mute, if you would please, Kathy.
I know, Tony, it says not mute.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
Need help?
No, I mean, it's not on mute. See,
It needs to be on mute.
can you hear me?
Here, let me see.
All right. Check 1, check it back again. Okay. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the Wanjoki chart. Wanjoki chart. And this is a kinship chart. And in this reference you have the boy. Okay. So over here is the boy's mother. And then we have the terms which you've already talked about. Iuni and Nani. And then Over here, we have Hi'anch and Jaji. Okay. So we'll start with the mother and the father. You know, these are the terms that we always use, Hi'anch and Jaji. And then over here, we of course we have the father's mother, and then of course the father's father, which we call them Choka and Gaga, them terms. And then all summed up, we have the same thing over here, Choka and Gaga for the mother's parents. Okay. And as you look at this, we're always gonna, we're gonna call over here, we'll start with the father, okay? Ho-chunk, we're patrilineal people. That's what we are, we're patrilineal people. And so first of all, we have father's brother, okay? Father's brother. As you see right here, it has the same terms as over here. So we will call him our father's brother, Hi'anch or Jaji. Okay, and that is not our, that we don't call our father's brother Dega or Hidek, as it says right here, Jaji or Hi'anch. As we continue on, we have our father's sister. Okay, father's sister. We call her Chumi or He Chumi. Okay. And then, so that's kind of our where it stands on the chart for the boy, with the father's siblings. And now as we go on to the second level with the children, father's children, and then the father's sister's children would be to us. So we'll start with each portion part. So it kind of comes in an assumption like this way. It boils down to it like this way. Since our father's brother is our Jaji also. Our father's brother's children is also our we have Hini, we have Hisung. Well, they're also our brother and our sister for us boys. Okay, also our brother and sisters. So whatever, if they're older, younger, that's what we call them. Nunu, Dodo, Nini, so on and so forth. All right. We continue on here. Our Chumi's children, okay, our Chumi's children. As you see the names on here, we have nephew Chushke and he Chushke. All right, we have Chujak or he Chujak, okay. So all that kind of boils down to is the boy would be the little Dega. What would it be, little Dega? As it says right there, Chushke and Chujak, Chushke and Chujak, so on and so forth. Okay. As we continue on over here to the mother's side, it's kind of almost similar. We have the mother's sister, which we call, of course, you see the terms right here. Iuni and Nani, okay? So we call our mother's sister. We don't call her Chumi. We call her Nani or Iuni. Okay, it's almost similar over here as it was to the fathers, but then our mother's brother, them are the vicious ones. Them are the ones we have to really listen. Them are the we call him Dega, or other words, Hidek. Okay. Over here we have more so here. You see the word Nani, okay, and Hunoik. You just play your first time seeing that word. That means little. Okay, that means little. So we call our mother's brother's daughter little Nani. Okay, little Nani. And hopefully, if you're looking at this, from a present Zoom participant, and if you're looking at this trying to understand, and hopefully I'm going a little bit, as slow as favorable. And so like I said, and then right here, this would be a little Dega. Little Dega to the boy. Little Dega. So we got Dega, Kunoik. Sometimes maybe you might hear someone say Dega Ninka or Dega Nink. Have I really heard of Hidek Nink? I never really heard of that. Would someone use that? It would probably be understandable to use or to say. So this is how it is for the boy, you know, from the parents to the grandparents, to the father's side, to the mother's side, all the way through here. So any questions so far, DC? I know this is probably familiar to the employers around here that is on with us, but DC, does this look familiar to you? Do you have any questions?
I'm good at this time.
Yeah, like I said, you know, we try to check on everybody, try to make sure everyone is comfortable and understanding. Okay, so now we keep going with the boy side. So right here in this area, okay, now we're gonna get even further on the kinship chart. So let's say along the way, we'll kind of go back to the father's side. Go back to the father's side. Okay. Our father's son. Okay. And it doesn't matter if he has one son, you know, a lot of sons. Okay. This is how it's gonna go. His children or their children right here, it's still gonna be, it's gonna be unique. I don't know if you can see it on there, but pretty small down there, right there, unique. That's how we say son to the boy. And so if the father's children has children, it'd be hinuk. I know you're probably thinking, I thought that means woman, or you know. In this preference here on the chart, we call it hinuk, the daughter. Or you'll hear people say hinugink for daughter. All right, so we're going to stay each level as we continue on. Okay, our father's brother, he has a daughter. Okay, of course, we know what we call her so far, as I may mention earlier. Okay, she has children. Okay, that her children will be the chunske or he chunske to the boy. Okay, to the boy. I kind of wish I had like a yellow arrow. I could just kind of go like that way along the way. As we keep going, okay, she has a daughter or a bunch of daughters or however, you know. The main preference is, okay, they're going to be chujunk or he chujunk to the boy. Okay. All this here takes place once the father's brother children have children. Okay. Now we're going to check it out here from the view from the father's sister side. Okay, so now Chewy's children has children. Chewy's children has children, okay. Her son, okay. Okay, so the boy is Chunske. The boy is Ichunske has children, okay. If you look at it, it just all kind of looks similar. That would just still be Chunske. And I've heard some call the boy Choka. I've heard some call that too. And then I heard some still call it Dega, but either way, either how, it's still Chunske and Ichunske. Same for this side, Chunske or Chujang. Okay, he has a daughter, okay. Children. For the girl on this side, we have okay, so Chujak, okay, the boy's aunt's daughter, okay, she has children. Well, if you look at it, it's the same word, whole chunk word all the way across. It would just still be Chujak or he Chushke, Chujak or he Chujak. So again, the boy would probably still be Dega or little Dega or Choka or however. No matter the word, you know, it's still Chushke or he Chujak, so on and so forth. So now as we keep going by each level, okay, each level made it through here, So this side over here. Now I'm gonna go over here to the mother side, to the mother side. So we'll keep going here. Mother, sister, okay? So again, like I said, the boys, brothers and sisters, they have children, okay? This one's gonna be kind of different. As you see down here, it says chujunk or he chujunk. Okay, that's, of course, we know that's niece. That's what they would be to the boy. Okay. Same thing for the her children would be chunske or he chunske to the boy. Okay, if Nani has a daughter, of course, she has a daughter, and then she has children, it would be a son or a daughter to the boy. Okay, kind of different on the mother's side, as you see. And we keep going, Dega, he has, little Dega has children. And right here, as you see down here, I don't know if you can't see it, it's, like I said, it's pretty konoik down there. Is that word I'm gonna use for an example? Pretty small down there. I even kind of have to quench my eyes a little bit. I believe it says Hinu. My eyes really that bad? It says Hinu. Someone help me out. Maybe you have better eyes than me. I have to adjust my screen here. Oh yeah, Hinu. It says Hinu. All right, so Hinu. Okay, so Dega's daughter. Okay, Dega's daughter. She has children. Okay, she has a. That would be okay, because it has on here Hinu, older sister, or he chunk. I'm seeing it right. Whew, these are some small letters. That was would be to the boy. Would be for the boy. Okay. So if we look at it, as it keeps going and drop it down, it's just kind of like connected to the boy. Connected to the boy. Connected. So we keep going. Okay. Brother, we have the word brother down here. We have he Chito, and we have he Suk. That'll be a little brother towards the boy. Okay. And then we keep going here to Dega Khunui. Okay, the little Dega. We got little Nani's children. We got little Dega's children. Okay. And now we have down here, as we stay in the same level. Okay. We have Nani Khunui. So we have that word kind of repeated over here from down here and we hear. That's what, his children will be little Nani over here. So it kind of looks like it, it repeats right here over here. And it's still, this little Dega still continues right there. So again, like I said before, for the boy, it's just all connected. Each box is connected. What he would call this person, her children's children, her children's children, as it continues. Okay. So the time is about, this hour is about 1 to 2. I don't want to just explain one side and then kind of, I want to keep it all, one unske. So without further ado, we'll finish this portion. I believe next Tuesday, if possible, God willing. 157. I might be able to fit it in here. We'll go for it. We'll finish up. So like I said, real quick, all in abundance, children's children, children's children. So we'll say they had children. They had children. We gotta explain what they are to the boy. So right here we have that word repeated again, chunske or he chunske. That's what their children would be towards the boy. Okay, be towards the boy. So it looks like it just continues to repeat, and they would say Dega or Choka or little Dega. Okay, so we have their children, you know, they have children. Down here, we have right here, Chunske or Hichunske, grandson or granddaughter. So yeah, it's Choka. You know, we have little Choka here for the boy. He kind of claims some Choka status. So if you look at it, it's the same thing all the way across. All the way across. He becomes a little Choka as time goes along. Over here on the mother side, okay, all the way down. So if we look at it, it's still repetitive. Tega kunoink, okay? He's still a Choka. Over here, he's Choka over here, he's also a nephew. In some terms, Tega kunoink, okay? Nephew. So, as over here, we continue on to each, what do you say, level portion. We have Hichiro, okay, brother, younger brother. And then we have sister, you know, and then he also gets to claim sibling terms too. As they continue to look over here, we have son. The boy also gets to claim Jaji terms over here. And so on and so forth, daughter. So the boy gets to claim a lot of terms over here. He's also Jaji, he's also Choka, Dega, and so on and so forth. So we continue on to look over here. We have Chunske and Hichunske, Chujunk and Hichujunk. Okay. So he claims Dega side over here. He claims a lot of terms over here, but on this side, father, he's Choka straight across. So that's a lot of explaining there. You know, as you look along, we continue on here, grandson. So he's also a Choka on this side here, on mom's side. Grandson, granddaughter, grandson, granddaughter. So with that being said, there is a girl's portion. We'll finish that next Tuesday. That's a lot of one voice. Any questions, DC? We good?
No, we're good.
All right. Hopefully you learned something, sir. And maybe it was a reminder. Without further ado, we'll say Rashkuni Uni Hawiaje. Wishing you all good health. Take care and have a good weekend.